हिस्ट्री यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कराची से आई हैं, हिस्ट्री ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स एंड इंस्टीट्यूशन बिल्डिंग।
सर आपकी इजाज़त मैं वहाँ से बोलूँ। First of all, I am really grateful to the Department of History and Pakistan Studies, University of Punjab, that they have invited me and selected me to represent my department, University of Karachi, History Department, University of Karachi. And I am really honored to be amongst the galaxy of scholars from my subject. Shafiq Bhatti Saab, I just mentioned and reminded him that he was present in my selection board when I was appearing in assistant professor. So he was there. Farooq Dar Saab, I have read his work. Fakhr Bilal is a very promising historian and a very active worker of history. Mehboob Saab has always been a very kind person, my senior and my colleague in different workshops. And it is a really good opportunity for Department of History to learn a lot from his leadership and the management the way he has managed all these things. So it is very great pleasure to be here and to share ideas and to learn a lot. I have been a very keen listener of these two previous talks, and I have learned a lot. I had requested Musa to provide me paper to note out things. So to start it from there, just to conclude whatever my opinion on the previous two talks in half a minute, that what Farooq Dar Saab was saying, that we focus more upon getting the facts and narrating the facts, and not much on interpretation of them. So when I go into my classroom today, I just tell them that the purpose of teacher to narrate and tell the facts was in past it was necessary because there were no gadgets and things like that. But today, no person, even if it is a layman and a doctor or an engineer or whatever, they just need a device, an internet connection, and 10 seconds to get every data that is available in history any source. You just write it down and there are millions and millions of pages on there. The problem is not getting the facts out of the history. The problem is interpretation and learn from it. So that is the missing part which we need to play over here as teachers and professors, and it needs to be more and more interactive rather than just narrating the fact that 1857 में ये हुआ, 1857 1 November को जी Queen Victoria की declaration आई, और this is now the thing of past. This type of history teaching is thing of past. So to start from there, my topic is institution building. When I started to search for the topic of my research for my PhD dissertation, I was very intrigued by the idea that whatever Pakistan is facing today in terms of the social, economic, political problems in Pakistan, they are all have their roots in the colonial rule. And I firmly believe on that. It is still a pending work. I have collected many resources and I have to write a book upon it, about it. And I believe that Pakistan and the subcontinent, the region, the whole region, when it was subjected to the colonialism of the Britain and Europe, what they did, that they started to implement their solutions which they have acquired after a very long evolution of their social, political, economic history and process. They came up to their solutions which are suitable to their society at the time in the space. What they have done, they had disregarded what we were doing in our region. They have disregarded the social constraint and the ethnic constraint and the religious and sectarian constraints and whatever we had in social status like different stratas of society. They just started to implement this, and we were completely unable to comprehend what is going on. So I give an example of this, that and in terms of like social, economic and political process, we were very far behind compared to the European society at the time. So it is like आप 5वीं जमात के बच्चे को ग्रेजुएशन का पर्चा दे देंगे जाके सॉल्व करो, उसका जो रगड़ा लगना है, तो हमारे साथ यही हुआ है। वो तो उस वक्त ग्रेजुएशन लेवल पर थे, हम 5वीं जमात में थे। अगर आप सोशल पॉलिटिकल की आप प्रोग्रेस की बात करें तो हमें उन्होंने पर्चा पकड़ा दिया जी, ये नहीं जी ग्रेजुएशन का पर्चा है, इकोनॉमिक्स से जाके आप सॉल्व करें। हम वो लकीरें हमारे जा रहे, आगे कुछ नजर नहीं मिला। जब तक वो थे, till the end of the colonial rule in Pakistan or the subcontinent, the whole region, they were able to control it, whatever means they implied, they implemented. So how we can think that things are going to move in a better position. So this is kind of institution building, which is missing. And I was just discussing a meeting with a very high-ranking official of a very important and institute park. I just want to narrate this. This will sum up what I was talking about. And senators to make policies which are obviously anti-Pakistan. So they are dictating the terms through a very indirect way, but its implementation is directly affecting Pakistan. So we want Pakistani students to reach over there in terms of strategy studies and conflict resolution and international relations and we want to establish an institution over which will completely support and funding and all these things, and you have the faculty, you need to we are even willing to invest in the faculty to send them abroad and study.
Thank you, Dr. Moiz. It was a wonderful talk on the institutions and their role, their constraints in our national history of Pakistan. And you rightly pointed out some of the very key points regarding the hurdles in the way towards the progress, healthy progress of institutions.